A single human soldier, Sergeant Eli Carter, is badly wounded and hiding inside a broken alien temple. Outside, alien search drones move slowly, hunting survivors. Eli believes he is alone until he hears weak breathing. He finds an alien female, tall, glowing faintly, wearing royal armor. She is dying from a deep plasma wound. Her blood is silver blue, nothing like a human's. A small alien device identifies her as a princess of a powerful star empire. Eli knows this species is not allied with humans. Saving her could mean death or prison if he survives. Leaving her means certain death for her. He tries to walk away. She grabs his arm, weak, shaking, and looks into his eyes. Her translator activates, but it is broken. Only one word is clear: please. Eli checks her vitals using his combat scanner. The scanner warns him. No compatible blood supply available. Death in under 10 minutes. Eli realizes something shocking. His blood might work. Humans were once called biologically impossible by the galaxy. He hesitates. His blood could poison her or kill him. He remembers Earth. He remembers why humans fight. He injects his own blood into her veins. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The sky above the ruined planet was burning. Not with fire but with broken light. Long cracks of energy stretched across the clouds where ships had torn through the atmosphere only hours earlier. The battle was over now. At least that was what the galaxy would say. But for Sergeant Eli Carter, the war had not ended. He crawled through broken stone and alien metal, his armor cracked, his breathing shallow. Every movement sent pain through his ribs. His left leg dragged uselessly behind him, soaked in dark red blood. Eli did not scream. Humans learned long ago that sound could get you killed. The alien city around him was silent. Tall crystal towers lay shattered like fallen bones. Strange symbols glowed faintly on broken walls, flickering as power systems died one by one. Eli slipped inside the remains of a massive structure. It looked like a temple or maybe a palace. He could not tell. Alien architecture was never built for humans. He collapsed behind a fallen pillar and pressed his back against the cold surface. His helmet scanner blinked red warnings across his vision. Vital signs critical. Blood loss severe. Enemy patrols nearby. Outside he heard them. Mechanical footsteps, slow, precise. Alien search drones moved through the ruins, scanning for survivors. Anyone left alive would be captured or erased. Eli closed his eyes and forced his breathing to slow. Just stay quiet, he told himself, just a little longer. That was when he heard it. A sound that did not belong to machines. A weak, uneven breath. Eli's eyes snapped open. His hand moved to his sidearm, though he knew it only had 3 shots left. Slowly, carefully, he turned his head toward the darkness beyond the pillar. The sound came again. Someone was there. Eli rose to one knee, ignoring the pain screaming through his body. He stepped forward, boots crunching softly over shattered crystal. Then he saw her. She lay against the far wall, half covered by fallen debris. Her armor was elegant, shaped like flowing metal rather than plates. Deep cracks glowed along its surface, leaking soft blue light. She was not human. She was taller, slender, her skin pale with a faint shimmer, like moonlight on water. Her long hair spilled across the floor, silver-white and matted with blood. Alien blood. It was not red. It was silver blue, thick and glowing faintly as it pooled beneath her. Eli froze. His scanner adjusted automatically. Species identified, Violian. Threat level extreme normally. Status dying. Violians were not allies. They were powerful, ancient, neutral at best, hostile at worst. Humans had fought beside them once and against them twice. Eli took a step back. This was not his fight. Saving her could mean execution if he survived. Leaving her would be safer, smarter. He turned away. Then her hand moved. Thin fingers wrapped weakly around his wrist. Eli stiffened. Her grip was light, barely there, but it stopped him. Slowly he looked down. Her eyes were opened. They were large, glowing softly like distant stars. Fear filled them, pain and something else. Hope. A small device at her throat flickered and buzzed, a translator unit damaged. She tried to speak. The words came out broken, distorted, layered with static. PLEs. The device sparked, then died. Silence returned. Eli swallowed. He looked at her wound. A deep burn cut across her side, flesh torn by plasma fire. The edges were blackened, still smoking faintly. No field kit could fix that. He activated his combat scanner and aimed it at her chest. The results appeared instantly. Organ failure imminent. Blood loss catastrophic. Estimated survival time, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Eli clenched his jaw. He checked his own status. Blood type O negative. Universal donor, human. Blood reserves low but sufficient. The scanner paused, then added another line. Warning, cross-species transfusion untested. Probability of fatal reaction, unknown. Unknowns. That meant no one had ever tried it. The galaxy believed human biology was unstable, too adaptable, too unpredictable. Some called it a weakness. Others feared it. Eli looked at the alien woman again. Up close he could see the fine patterns along her skin, glowing faintly, pulsing slower and slower as her life faded. She was important, he could tell. The armor, the symbols, the way even dying she carried herself like someone who mattered. Royals, maybe. Eli laughed quietly to himself, a dry sound. Of course, he thought, I survive a battlefield just to find a dying alien princess. Outside, the mechanical footsteps grew louder. The drones were getting closer. Eli had seconds to decide. He could leave. No one would blame him, no one would even know. Or he could try something no one in the galaxy had ever done. He knelt beside her. I don't even know if this will work, he said softly, though he knew she might not understand. Might kill us both. Her eyes stayed on his. She did not pull away. That was answer enough. Eli removed a small injector from his belt. It was meant for emergency human transfusions, designed to recycle and stabilize blood during combat. He modified the settings quickly, hands steady despite the pain. He pressed the injector against his own arm. A sharp sting. His blood flowed into the device, glowing faintly red. Then he pressed it to her neck, carefully aligning it with a vein beneath her shimmering skin. For one moment he hesitated. He thought of Earth. Blue skies, rain, old music playing in barracks rooms late at night. He thought of why humans fought. Not for conquest, but because someone had to stand up when others fell. He activated the injector. Human blood flowed into alien veins. The reaction was immediate. Her body arched violently. A sound tore from her throat, sharp and alien. The glowing patterns on her skin flared bright, then dimmed. Warning alarms screamed in Eli's helmet. Severe cross-species reaction detected. Cardiac instability. Neural spike. Eli gritted his teeth and held the injector in place. Stay with me, he muttered. Come on. Her fingers tightened painfully around his wrist. Then her scream stopped. Her body went still. For a terrible second, Eli thought he had killed her. Then the glow returned. Slow, steady. The wound at her side began to close. Blackened flesh softened, skin reformed, knitting together like liquid light. Eli's vision blurred. Blood loss finally caught up to him. His legs gave out and he collapsed beside her, armor clanging softly against the stone. Outside, weapons fire erupted, shouts, explosions. The temple shook. Eli barely noticed. His consciousness faded as he felt her arm slide weakly across his chest. Her breathing steadied. His slowed. Darkness took him. Eli woke to light. Soft white light. He tried to move and felt restraints tighten around his arms and legs. His eyes snapped open. He was lying on a smooth surface, not stone. The air smelled clean, sterile. An alien medical chamber. His armor was gone. His wounds were sealed, wrapped in strange glowing bands. Figures surrounded him. Tall Violian guards, weapons raised, armor pristine. Panic flared in his chest. Then he saw her. She stood beside his bed. Alive. Fully healed. Her presence filled the room, calm and powerful. The glow beneath her skin was stronger now, steady and bright. She looked down at him. And she smiled. The translator at her throat activated, humming smoothly this time. "This human," she said, her voice clear and strong, "saved my life." The guards hesitated. Eli swallowed. She placed her hand over his. And did not let go. "And from this moment on," she continued, eyes never leaving his, "I will not leave his side." Eli Carter did not understand why he was still alive. That was the first thought that came to him as he stared at the white ceiling above his head. The light was soft, not harsh like battlefield lamps. It did not hurt his eyes. That alone felt strange. He took a slow breath. No pain. That was even stranger. Eli tried to move his fingers. They responded easily. His arms felt light, almost rested. He turned his head slightly and saw the smooth curves of an alien medical chamber. Lines of soft blue energy flowed along the walls like quiet rivers. He remembered the temple. The blood. The alien princess. His heart began to race. The restraints around his wrists tightened slightly, reacting to the change in his pulse. Eli exhaled and forced himself to stay calm. "That's new," he muttered. A quiet sound answered him. Footsteps. Not mechanical, not heavy armor. Graceful. Eli turned his head. She entered the chamber without guards, her presence alone enough to command silence. Her armor was different now, lighter, marked with glowing symbols that pulsed in calm rhythm with her breathing. She was even more striking than before. Alive. Very much alive. The alien princess stopped beside his bed and looked down at him. Her eyes softened when they met his. "You are awake," she said. Her voice was clear, musical and calm. The translator at her throat worked perfectly now. Eli swallowed. "Looks that way," he answered. She studied him closely, as if confirming something only she could feel. "You should not be," she said. Eli raised an eyebrow. "Good morning to you too." For the first time, she smiled fully. "My name is Lysara Valentai," she said, "first daughter of the Violian throne." Eli let out a slow breath. "Of course you are," he said quietly. Lysara tilted her head. "You do not seem surprised." "I figured anyone worth bleeding out for in a ruined temple had to be important," Eli replied. Her smile faded, replaced by something serious. "You did more than bleed," she said. "You changed my fate and yours." She raised her hand slightly. At once, a transparent display formed in the air above them. Symbols moved quickly, streams of alien data translating into human-readable images. Medical scans. Eli recognized his own body. "What am I looking at?" he asked. Lysara's expression grew troubled. "A bond," she said, "one that should not exist." The images shifted, now showing her own body. Lines of energy connected the two scans, pulsing back and forth. "When your blood entered my body," Lysara continued, "it did not reject me, it adapted. It rewrote parts of my biology to accept it." Eli stared. "That doesn't sound safe." "It is not," she said honestly, "but it is stable. Our life systems are now linked." Eli felt a cold weight settle in his chest. "Linked how?" Lysara met his eyes. "If your heart stops," she said, "mine will follow." Silence filled the chamber. Eli laughed once, short and sharp. "You're telling me I accidentally tied the life of an alien princess to a half-dead human soldier?" "Yes. That might be the most human thing I've ever done," he said. Lysara did not laugh. "This bond cannot be undone," she said. "Our scientists have never seen anything like it. Human blood is extraordinary." The door to the chamber opened. This time guards entered. High-ranking Violian nobles followed, their expressions cold, controlled, afraid. They looked at Eli the way one looks at an unstable weapon. One of them stepped forward. "This human is a threat," the noble said. "An unknown variable, he must be removed." Eli felt the restraints tighten again. Lysara moved instantly. "No," she said. Her voice was calm, but the room changed. The air itself seemed to listen. "He saved my life," she said, "and now his life is bound to mine. If he dies, so do I." The nobles froze. "You would risk the throne for a human," one demanded. "I already have," Lysara replied. She stepped closer to Eli and placed her hand over his chest. "I will not leave his side," she said again. "Where he goes, I go." The words spread through the chamber like shockwaves. Eli felt it then. A strange warmth in his chest, a steady pulse that was not entirely his own. He was not alone anymore. Days passed. Eli recovered faster than any alien doctor believed possible. Human healing amazed them. Broken ribs sealed, muscle damage repaired, blood replaced. Lysara stayed with him always. When he slept, she remained seated beside his bed. When he woke, she was there. She ate when he ate. She walked when he walked. If guards tried to separate them, Lysara dismissed them with a single word. Whispers spread through the capital. The human had changed the princess. Or perhaps the princess had chosen the human. Not everyone was pleased. Far beyond the capital, enemy fleets gathered. The same force that had destroyed the city Eli crawled through, now prepared to strike again. Alarms sounded across the planet. War returned. The Violian Council argued, retreat was discussed, sacrifice was considered. Eli listened quietly. Then the first orbital strike hit. The capital shook. Lysara stood from her seat. "They are here," she said. Eli pushed himself to his feet. "Then so am I," he replied. "They tried to stop him." "You are not a soldier of our empire," a commander argued. Eli looked around the room. "I am a soldier," he said. "That's enough." Lysara turned to him and removed something from her belt. A blade. It shimmered with energy, ancient and powerful. She placed it in his hands. "This is a royal weapon," she said. "It has never been held by an off-worlder." Eli felt its weight. "It is now," he said. The enemy broke through the outer defenses. Chaos filled the streets. Eli fought. Not with anger. Not with hatred. But with purpose. He moved through smoke and fire, human instincts guiding him. Alien soldiers watched him charge forward again and again, refusing to fall. They followed him. When Eli bled, Lysara felt it. When Lysara weakened, Eli stood stronger. Together they held the lines. At the height of the battle, a blast threw Eli across the ground. His armor cracked. Blood filled his mouth. Lysara screamed. She dropped beside him, glowing patterns flaring wildly across her skin. "Stay with me," she whispered. Eli smiled weakly. "Guess we're stuck together," he said. Medical teams rushed in. Both survived. The enemy retreated. After the battle, silence returned to the capital. The council gathered one final time. They looked at Eli differently now. Not as a threat, but as proof. Lysara stood before them. "Humans are not weak," she said. "They do not conquer by force alone. They connect, they endure, they give." She took Eli's hand. "I choose this bond," she said, "and I choose peace." The council agreed. An alliance was formed that day. Not sealed by treaties, but by blood. Later, as the sun set over the alien skyline, Eli stood on a balcony beside Lysara. "You could have sent me home," he said. She shook her head. "No," she said softly, "you are where you belong." Eli looked out at the stars. For the first time since the war began, he felt something new. Hope. The galaxy would remember this moment. The moment it learned that when a human gives blood, he does not give weakness. He gives hope. And